So-Called Season 2 is coming soon. In the meantime, here's a clip from our archive. Find full episodes on our archive at socalledpodcast.com or from wherever you get your podcasts. So-Called is sponsored by loveboiseparks.org, which donates 50% of all profits to support, promote, and preserve open spaces in Boise, Idaho. Use promo code SOCALLED for 10% off all your purchases at loveboiseparks.org.
Most days are successes, even if they feel like failures. There are failures that will set you back, but most of those failures are learning.
Have you ever been frustrated that your career isn't progressing as planned? Instead of focusing on a specific job title or industry, consider asking, am I moving in the right direction?
I think a lot of folks think they need to know the exact coordinates of their objective, but I think if you can start with a lot of times with sort of a vision of it in a cardinal direction and set things in motion a little bit that way and see if you sense that you're getting closer. You don't need to know it exactly, but you need to articulate what that direction is. And when you're getting wrapped around the axle about it, step back and think, well, am I traveling generally the direction I want to go? And take it easy on yourself because it takes a long time to get there.
This is Mark Wojcik, and I'm wondering, how's your so-called career? Welcome to So-Called, the podcast that explores the why and how of work. On today's episode, we meet David Arkoosh, lawyer and owner of Law Office of David Arkoosh. When we met, I asked him to describe his area of practice.
I do business law. I am a transactional lawyer, so I help small companies in various things, but mainly issues involving formation, relating to governance, involving intellectual property, real estate, financing, and I do some commercial work, which is mostly drafting commercial agreements and transactions.
Find full episodes on our archive at socalledpodcast.com or from wherever you get your podcasts. So-Called is sponsored by loveboiseparks.org, which donates 50% of all profits to support, promote, and preserve open spaces in Boise, Idaho. Use promo code SOCALLED for 10% off all your purchases at loveboiseparks.org.